Hi chess friends. Today I will comment a game of my subscriber. I want to really thank him for sharing with me this game, and we have another perfect example why you have never to resign in chess. Okay, never, because here in this position, my subscriber blunder in the first part of the game, and then he was able to change the result in the end, and this is amazing. Okay, so we can begin. We have two players with like 1500 elo on leeches. Okay, nearly uh, more like 1566 against 1590. Okay, and white here opens with d4 and my subscriber played d5. Okay, we have c4 to put pressure in the center, and now knight f6 to defend better this pawn. D capture for c capture for d5 and knight capture for d5. E4, white here is controlling a lot of square in the center and is attacking the knight, and the knight black here decide to come back with the knight. This is a possibility. Okay, normally another move is to come back here. Okay, knight f6. Okay, knight b6, and now knight c3. We have a6, okay, to block this square for the bishop or for the knight in the future. Okay, and the knight f3. We have knight c6 to control the center. This square, this knight here are really active, are really strong. Okay, and here white is an advantage because was an advantage here. Okay, you have not to play. The problem here is h6, a6 is too. You have not to play a6 now. You have to be worried about this pawn, and you have to try to block this easy push. Okay, of white, and white here has a lot of control. You can try this move that for computer is not correct. The best move here is e5, that is not easy to find, and after this capture there is a queen change, and probably here white won't be able to keep his pawn, will be a target in the future, and suggest bishop d7, but this is a really complicated for me to analyze. Okay, we have a6, so knight c6, but we have bishop d3. The best move was to play d5 to attack this knight, and knight has to come back. You can play this move. If you play this move, there is a simply a3, and knight has no square. Okay, so white here he's winning, but okay, because after this comeback, can you see it's so passive? There is a lot of development for white. A lot of, you can play this move, or yeah, maybe this move, and to do a castle. A great development. Okay, however, we have this bishop d3, and now black play e6. We have a castle by white and knight e7. Bishop g5, a really good move, and this knight here is pinned, because if this knight moves, as the idea of knight e6, e7 was to bring the knight on a g6 square, but there is a problem. This bishop here is attacking the queen behind the knight. Okay, so this knight can be moved, but black here played this move, a blunder. Okay, knight g6, and white decided to capture. Okay, was better to continue, instead to move the knight here, to continue to complete the development. Okay, remember the development is really important. You have to move your pieces, all your pieces, and find a good square for them. Prepare a castle. These are good principles, okay, for a beginner that you have to keep in your mind normally, okay. But we have knight g6 and bishop capture for d8 and king capture for d8, and here black has lost the queen and is in trouble. Rook c1, white continue to develop his pieces, and the bishop d6, and black instead resign, decide to continue to play. We have e5, and what can he do? This pawn is so strong, he's closing the bishop, and bishop has to come back, bishop e7. We have queen c2 to create a really strong battery on this diagonal, and knight d5. We have knight capture for d5, pawn capture for d5, and now rook e1. I think white has played a really correct game for these moves, okay. But we continue. Now we have the c6, because here there was a possibility to target to attack this pawn, and this was the best move. Okay, not this. For computer, yeah, this is a devastating move. Queen capture for c7. King has to come here, and there is this sacrifice. Bishop capture. If the rook capture, queen can capture the bishop, and if the pawn capture here, there is a possibility to do this check. And look at this. King is attack, and rook is attack, and there is a possibility to take the rook. Really nice sacrifice. Bishop capture for a6 to open up some diagonal for the king and for the rook, okay. But white miss this idea and play rook e1. That is a correct move, but not so strong like this, like queen capture for c7. Now we have c6. We have bishop capture for g6, and pawn capture for g6, and black try to open up some an h file, okay, an open h file. We have h3 to close this open file, and here black continue to do some sacrifice and play bishop capture for h3, pawn capture for h3, rook capture for h3. The knight is attacked, and the black here is still completely lost. But we have rook e3 to try to defend this knight, a possibility, and the king is c7. A really important move to try to play rook h8 and to try to counter-attack on this file, okay. King g2 to try to bring the rook here, but black is faster. Rook h8, doubling up on the h file. Really strong pair of rook, and preventing the rook h1 move, because this rook would be lost, okay. We have a king f1 to try to escape on the e2, and now we have this check. King come here, and now rook h4, and this is a correct move, because here black has no can't change the rook, okay. If you change the rook, lose completely the attack, the only possibility to try to win, and even if it's a completely winning position for white, has to try to do something to keep his piece. And okay, rook h5 was a correct move, because rook h4 seems correct, but the knight can capture, okay. But here white blunders and come back with the queen, with the knight, sorry, knight e2 instead to capture the rook, and the bishop g5. This bishop here is so strong and is attacking these pieces on this diagonal, and now this rook is a target. So white decide to save the rook and to attack the bishop, but we have bishop capture for d2, queen capture for d2, and now rook e4 check, king d3. The idea is for white is to bring the king here and the king here, but now black try to double up on the 4 rank and target the d4 pawn to take the pawn and check and take the queen. We have king c2, and now rook capture for d4, and now you could simply take and sack a queen and the rook, sack a queen for the rook, and you have a completely winning endgame with up a full rook for white, or you could give a check. You can do whatever you want with white, but here we have queen e3, and black try to continue to do some check, rook c4 check, and king b1, and king here is really safe. Rook e4 to continue to attack the white queen, and queen f3. Rook f4 to continue to attack the white queen, and now we have rook after the queen come back on d1, rook capture for f1. And now my subscriber is trying to do an attack on 7 and second rank and to do some brutal checkmate. Okay, we have rook f3 to try to change the rook, but rook h2. Next move will be rook e2 to put pressure here on b2. We have rook capture for f7 check, king come on d8, queen f3 to try to do some check, but now we have rook e2, and white here has to find a way to save this pawn. This is not a solution, okay? Could be a solution because for white, but there is a problem, is a check, so it's not a real solution, because after this checking has to come here, and this is checkmate. Okay, so what can do here white to try to find the correct move to survive from this attack? Okay, the best move in this position is to play, or you play a check, okay, but you can play queen c3 to defend the pawn and play with the two rook, because if the white plays this move, queen c3, and keeps the queen here, this queen controls this pawn, and this sacrifice is not possible because white remain with two rooks and black with nothing. So, but however, white here try to play this move, check. Okay, the best move in this position was to play rook b7 to defend this pawn, and this is really nice, and to threat checkmate, the best move. But okay, we have rook f8 check, king come on c7, and queen f7 check. King has to come here, and now the king here is safe. It's strange, it is strange, but it is safe here, and this pawn is a target, and now white has no way to defend this pawn. And the best move in this position is to play, I think, is to sack the queen, maybe. Queen, yeah, no, okay, it's not, if there is this move, it's not correct, I think, because, no, sorry, blunder, okay, there is a rook capture, and black here, he is completely winning because has more pawns, okay. So the best move here is not easy to find. What can you do to save white? It's a terrible position for white. It's really hard to find this move. I think this is the only move to survive. Yeah, this is the only move to survive. Yeah, this is correct. The best move is to play rook capture for c6. And after this check, if king capture, rook can on c8, and this is checkmate in 3, okay. And now, yeah, this is correct. And if pawn capture here, this is checkmate with the rook. Look at this. Okay, this is crazy combination, okay. I want only to show you, and rook has to come here to block this check. If black want to keep his attack, it's not important, because after this sacrifice, okay, this is checkmate, okay. But the point is, after this pawn capture and the rook come on b8, the rook defends the pawn. The only way for black to do a checkmate, and here white can simply push, and this pawn is defending. There is no problem for rook e1 check, because king can escape here. But this move is so really difficult to find. It's really difficult to find this move. Okay. So in this position, white play h3, a3, but because he was in really time trouble with only 3 seconds on the clock, was a really fast game with only 1 minute on the clock. Okay, so it's normal to blunder, to do this type of blunder, and after this push, you can find a move like this in 6 seconds on the clock. We have a3, and this is checkmate because rook capture for b2, king moved, and now in this position black won for time, but not only for time, because after king a1, rook a2, and king b1, and rook b2, checkmate. Okay, so what a game by my subscriber, and this is a checkmate with the two pair of rook, and he continued to play even if he lost a queen in the first part of the game, and he continued to try to attack to build something, and I think you have to play in this way. If you don't try, you will lose. You lose, however, when you are in disadvantage of material, so not resign but continue to play. It's not psychologically easy, but you have to do it. And so this is a correct spirit, okay, to fight, to play some games. So I hope this video enjoy you like always, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and thank you really much for watching my video. See you soon. Bye bye.